Because I love you, lady. What the fuck? It's I, it's him, it's yours, Warrior WJ. WJ is here, Warrior Junior. I know what you're thinking. I said, what the hell was that? I was thinking about a lot of these women. There's women that I'm seeing when I'm going out dancing. And they don't think I'm noticing them, but I know them because I see through the peripheral. Like I go like this. Now you don't think I can see you, right? I'm looking this way, right? But I can see. I can see. The bird. Like a bird. Rah, rah, rah. They look through the side. When they look at you, they go like this. Look, they know. And just like they know, I know, because I'm watching, but I'm not paying attention. And that's really important because, like last night, and you probably, I was delirious. I was so tired. Like, look, I went to the fucking place. You know what this is, right? It's not the chai spice. This is the lemon ginger. This is a lemon ginger organics. Oh, you can't get this. I don't think online. Well, you can. You can't get it online. What can't you get online? A blowjob? I guess you can have a woman simulate a blowjob, but really you have to like that's you just got to get that in person. You stick it through the computer. All right, that's enough. We're not gonna fucking go there. Even though we did already. Um, you know, I try to be different. Not everybody's different, right? And what kind of guy doesn't want to get laid? Like you go out there on a weekend, whatever, and there's all this going on. Whoops. Yeah, they're turning off the lights when you're doing it. And I'm not this. I'm this. If it'll equal getting laid, I will talk if I have to. But I go out and I'm there to dance. Like it's a combination of like HDV, high demonstration value, but it's also a development of a skill. Now, what you're gonna do with that skill, I don't know. It's also healthy, right? Cardio works on your coordination, balance, and lots of things. I just feel like I do things a little differently. Now, the bad side of it is I always leave alone. The women see that they don't want to get to know somebody like a lot of it's kind of weird too. He's dancing around like a clown, like at times. Women don't want to be with somebody like that. I think that's all I do all day, You see me with the hat on, and it's not true. I only wear the hat when I go out dancing. That's it. And I don't always wear it. Lady, da 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 da. Kenny Rogers goes, lady. Like it's kind of like when someone goes, hey, lady, like it's a put down. It's kind of like, hey, lady, get out of here, move that car, lady, because I love you. Maybe he's thinking of like Dolly Parton or something. I don't know what he's thinking, but it's like he goes, "You love." I forget what he sings. I could sing, if I try. I used to do karaoke. I used to do like Michael Jackson. I could hit the falsettos. I don't do it anymore because singing is not a it's not. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm not saying I don't give. So topic narrative. The topic. It's an offshoot of the ladies that are out there. This is not quality. Not quality, man. You go to bars, you go to these nightclubs, and not to say they're all not quality, but all these women, they're there to be there with their girlfriends. They wouldn't even dance with me. You get to know me. Well, look, I've been kind of like an intense person my whole life. Brazen, going up to women or with guys. I didn't last night. There was this one that was pretty nice, and I didn't know there was no law that couldn't try, but it just doesn't look good, when you have the sense that she's with somebody else. Kind of a tough area down there by Echo Park anyway. I'm shaking my head because I'm still a man. Some of these women were qualifiers, and I'm bad. You're just like noticing them, but I'm not giving them attention. It's all it takes is one look, and I can tell you know, based on symmetry, if that's what I like. At least attraction. And a lot of things don't work out. Listen, women have all different purposes, like how I size it up. Surprised no these women, the qualifies, could just use me, and they just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Literally and figuratively, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just not from this time, too old. Should have made a move years ago. Never good. I was never good. Never. And I go to these pickup artist seminars, and the guys telling me, don't dance, don't dance. Anything decent looking, you know, preoccupied with their girlfriends. They got guys hounding them all the fucking time. It's reality. It's just fucking reality, man. Been around too long to see it. Preaching of the choir. The key is not to get frustrated. You have to understand that most people run on social programming, social conditioning, and it's just the way it is. I don't have the answers, you know. Try to go to all these places, it's all the same shit. Try to go to places that aren't as too high end to put the odds in your favor. There's a woman that would be a qualifier that might be there. It's possible. It is possible to catch. But, you know, it's a challenge, you know. My friend Ruben made a great point tonight. I talked to him, told him about the altercation last night and all this bullshit. He said, when you're dancing, and people are watching, young people, a group of guys, hey, let's go over and fuck with that guy, because you're getting a lot of attention that never really resonated with me. In that case, when someone does that, just go and sit down, stop. Do not give them the satisfaction of one-upping you. Ignore them. They will go away. They will go away and you will continue doing what you do, whatever it is in life. I told you about the altercation last night. That guy eventually left. I got back to doing what I do. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what I'm thinking. Boy, a lot of energy. Remember that taxi driver told me that? Danced on a lot of energy wasted. Not getting pussy. Dancing your ass off. Remember this one woman at the Four Seasons told me, don't ever stop dancing, don't ever. You know? She's like, where's my reward, right? My friend always talks about the pussy. He goes, you go in these places to meet a 50-year-old. When you go, you're not getting nothing. You're leaving alone. So in his mind, it's a failure, you know? Like that's how he would look at it. I feel partially, it's like a failure. Because in my whole life, 90 some percent of the time I've had to pay. I can only like a handful of women that actually gave me for free. A handful my whole life. Can you believe that? And it's like, the reason, well, did you ask? I said, you know how many women I've tried to hit on over the years? They all just brushed me aside. Even without dancing, just trying. It's their girlfriends. They're keep them attached. It's not a social. It's a social environment, but it's not a place to connect. It really isn't. It isn't. guess if the practice has any value, that's what it is, you know. Practice for what? For the day that will never come, you know. What it feels like sometimes. What the fuck? Try not to be down, but it sucks. You go these places and you see these guys with these hot chicks, and you're like, dude. Like, I asked the guy today. He was standing outside with this decent woman on my way home. He was standing on, I don't know what they're. I said, man, where did you meet? I said, we met 30 years ago. He goes, and I said that was my time too. When I should have did something. I was too young. I didn't know where I was half the time. I mean, 30 years ago, I was 17, 18. I don't know what the fuck I was. The only thing that went through my mind is baseball, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. Yeah. I mean, what are you hoping for, right? You know how many hours I have logged into dancing at bars and nightclubs and stuff. And just wish somebody would really appreciate that, you know. I mean, I know what only you know what you've gone through in life, but you know, you meet a woman and doesn't know who you are, all the things you've done in your life, you know, it's really fucked up, you know. There ain't nobody out there. There isn't. There's somebody for everybody. I highly doubt. I highly doubt. I'm very too abnormal, you know. Unfortunately, not successful. Comes with a price. Mhm. Waiting for the bus out there in the cold, sweaty, 2 in the morning, 2:30, whatever. Like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I don't know. You know? I don't feel that lost like I did when I would leave the casino, though. A different type of, not expected, like to meet a chick for sure and leave with her, you know? It's not expected. But I do talk to more of them, and I think what happens is you talk to enough chicks, someone's gonna give you a chance. Guys always try to boost my ego, go, you're gonna get something so incredible. I mean, I love that. I love that. God, what's that? Go from God's from your mouth to God's ears, you know. You know, I did things my way, you know, and it's like, you know, it comes with a price. You know, I mean, I keep reminding myself that. I feel it, that pain, Just hard. People see you doing your thing and like, oh, this guy looks like he's having so much fun. It's a Pagliacci. I gotta look that up. That Pagliacci syndrome, if that exists. It's a real thing. The song by Lionel Richie, was it? The Converse, or Tears of a Clown? The Pagliacci story. That's what he was. He was entertaining the world. Pagliacci was like the most famous clown, and then he would go back to his trailer and cry himself to sleep. Entertained everybody, but no woman, couldn't meet anybody for whatever reason. What an awful uh, emotional state to have, When you're performing and like the crowd, they love you, he's the greatest clown, but you don't meet anybody, It's one because it's you would think like there'd be a line of women to meet, no, who's this, I want to know this person, but it's like not. I don't know why. I mean, I really don't. It's like, people have their own lives, they have their own agendas, just like I have mine. When I go out dancing, I'm not really there to perform. I'm there to hone my craft, which is not really, it's to stay sharp, like as a dancer, what if in my back of my mind, I'm not finished yet, like I don't want to give up. Like I want to be able to hold my own against the young talent. Like I want to be able to fucking bust. Like at A plus, but like better than I ever did. I don't want to fucking fade into obscurity. Like I want to fucking rock it as hard as I can, as long as I can. What's wrong with that? And the only way you're gonna do that is going out to these things and doing these things and being around. You know, I did this shit when I was 25. I wanted to keep going. Why? Why do I have to stop now? You know, now time's gonna add up. I know. Shit comes up to me, asks me for my water. Fucking leave. You know, um, I know they're all independently owned and operated. They have their own way of thinking, their own thing. They do. I just, I feel they should be coming to me. I shouldn't have to beg them. here in my arena. Remember, like in Saturday Night Fever, after it was a Tony Manero, John Travolta did set, And Fran Drescher, he's sitting down with his friends, and he goes, you good in bed as you are on that dance floor? And he said, what? And he goes, she repeats, and he goes, well, are you? She wasn't fucking around, I love that. In Brooklyn, women are more direct, I think. Or were, I don't know. No, it's a movie, I know. But, something about it, Call her out like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, I used to hate that kind of music. It's fucking badass. Bee Gees, You should be dancing, Staying alive, Night Fever. Yep. It's tight shit. You just gotta take it for what it is. I know, like, I'm not talking, I'm just kind of mumbling, but I know what I'm saying. Or I know how I feel, Now, I call this episode Not Quality because, if you watch, like, porn, you watch whatever, Chabberbait, whatever these fucking things, wouldn't that be quality, How is it ideal? It's not, And it's quick and it's free. It's fast food, I used to eat like Jack in the Box all the time, but I greased and I used to break out from it. I eat that shit anymore. It's garbage. Sorry. Sometimes it's just really get everything that life had to offer, has to offer. Dad, go to these fucking places and it's no good, You're not good for connecting with a woman, that's for sure. Not even good really for dancing, because I don't need anybody's attention. I don't know why they. You know what it is? Like in that back room are these places, everybody's sitting and talking, and I'm the only one dancing. I'm not trying to dance in the middle to get everybody. I'm like, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm not doing that. dance floor is too crowded, So I go to the back, it's the only place you can hear the music, and so I can get down. And everybody's sitting there talking everything with their friends, and they're watching me. Why? Because they don't need it's a worthless conversation that they're having. They don't care. They see me doing my thing and like, wow, this guy entertaining, whatever. I'm not there. I don't want their attention. I'm just there to fucking practice, Because, as a good improvisational dancer, you want to be surprised. You want whatever music they put on. You want to be able to do something to it. I don't know how that comes in handy. I don't know. Maybe it's just parts of your body like flowing better, like different styles when they play different shit. And I like to do that. I love it when they change up a song and then I know all the words. I do like verbal, not talking, but with my hand movements and different things. I like that. Songs you wouldn't even think they would play. I change up my dance styles, to it. Everything. They play a Color Me Bad, All for Love. I know that dance number. I think. The some stuff in the 70s or even 60s that like they put on. It's like most people that wouldn't know how to flow to. I really make some of that shit look tight. I'm humble with it, but it's like, I'm not. It's like I'm trying to exhibit some high demonstration value, but it's not mainly. It's more practice. It's like I'd be lying if I said I didn't care if women weren't watching. It's not true. I like when they watch because maybe that all that watching, they might approach, and I might meet somebody. I've had women come up to me when I'm dancing, and they just go, "Can you give me a dance lesson?" And then what I do is I do some moves, and they're on my side. They're on the side here, and I just say, "Okay, just and they move their feet, whatever." It's kind of fun, And then, but I don't say any words. I don't. I just do the dancing, and then they leave, and it's okay. It's okay, It's okay. I told you about the woman I was dancing with at the 55 and older, whatever, 50 years old, holding hands and all this kind of shit. And I thought that's a guaranteed reel in there. Nope, 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 nope. Got somebody, whatever. Got somebody. Funny fucking people. You just got to remind yourself that, I know that you want to be like your world, I think like when you die, it's like you get that fantasy, like you get to really live that in your own mind, like when you die. Like you get that John Travolta scene in Saturday Night Fever where he does that solo performance, And the women are like, wow, yeah, like these fucking. Something about midnight, not into the dark, yeah. The movement takes me higher. There's something about give it to me that. Yeah, you should be dancing. Yeah, it's like that's like a dream, in my mind, like, and then there's like this chick, like this hot chick with huge tits, and like I finish the thing, and they're like, wow, like it's the soul. They're all this guy's incredible, And then like after I finish, the girl with the giant tits, like she's like so hot, she's she's like, I gotta meet this. I gotta know this guy. He's gotta fuck me tonight. I mean, I would just be like, yeah, for sure, yep. And I would be like this smooth, like this way he does it, like he's a fucking, he's a suit and the thing. And then he leaves with the girl with the biggest tits, and everybody's like, oh my god, like, and I get to like fuck her all good, like all night. I would just be like, my god, that would be the dream, for me. The dream, that's like what's going on in my mind, like it's a total fantasy. I think like when you die, like if you lived, if you was a good person, I think like in the other dimension, you get to you get to make that happen. You get like your biggest fantasy come true. Like and it just never did. Like I never never got any women like that. I mean, that was like so extraordinary. They show you these women like and they say that's really beautiful. That's like J Lo or Angelina Jolie. These women. I mean, no disrespect to them, but they're not the epitome of what's out there. I mean, these Playboy. Let's get off of those bozos. Like, these Playboy chicks. Dallas Cowgirl, the cow cheerleaders, the cowgirls, whatever. My friends, they love. They think those chicks are the hottest things since sliced bread. I look at them and it's not for me. Like they're not shapely enough. They're not shapely. My friend likes Victoria's Secret models. I go, they ain't shapely for me. I need like something where it's like whoa, like. And I know, because I see those women all the time with guys. I know they're fucking they're getting it. I know. I don't know how they have money. They're just successful. There's this one guy. It's a convince her manual. Look it up. Look it up. Convince her to get like bigger boobs or whatever. And this guy, he's a doctor, whatever the fuck he is. He's got this fucking Latina chick. You know, uh, it's like Victoria, I think is her name, and she's like 5'2", and it's like her body is like just rockets. It's a um, oh my god, it's like the most perfect thing. It's like I can imagine. I would like the hair is like kind of poofed out like that. Oh my, I would die. That would be just like you know, like in my fantasy, like in my mind, something like that or better. Like I can just imagine. This is my fantasy, like in my mind. It's like the dream. Like I go and like I'm like the star of the dance thing. Like I'm. I know. Let me have fun. Let me have fun. Like they play like the perfect fucking rotation of music. Like the best shit, and then like a fucking I start fucking doing the best transitions where I'm like popping and fucking the fucking they don't expect it. And it's like at the end, that chick, like unbelievable, like I could just that's like the biggest dream, I feel like a king, like I would get it, like I would be like there's like nobody even close to my level, like dude, that would be so cool, to be like like the woman's dream, like that. Now I had it. I got it the closest. All right, I will share honestly. Reality. It was maybe 10 years ago. I don't know. I went to Tijuana. I think I told you this story, and I went by myself. This guy is the security guy at Saddle Ranch. Told me, he goes, just go to this Adelita bar. Go to Tijuana. You find, you get. And he was right. He was right. I'm not going to get through the trials and tribulations what I went through, but I got there. And I had like $150, and I did at the time. It was like every girl was like $60, and the room is $12. I remember $72 gets you off. I only had enough for as I was drinking back then. The beers were kind of expensive at this bar. Like I said, I had about 120 on me, so that's all I had. No access to any cash. Besides that, I had enough for one dump. So I said, I got there in the afternoon, and they said the women take shifts. They kept getting better and better, like this, and I said, I'm holding out till I see something that's so good that I can't say no. Now, long story short, because I've told this story a million times, but this one came in, and the second she walked in, I knew that was it. It was like, wow. I mean, it was really something. Like she walked in, and I was like, I didn't have to think. I didn't have to ask. I didn't have to. I mean, I'd ask, but I said, and everybody they knew. They no because they're looking around. Like, see the size of the tits on that. I knew. I didn't have to say that. I see. I don't go like this. I don't go. I don't. I just, I'm cool. I'm cool like this. But in my mind, I'm like this. I'm like, in my mind. But like, I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I am very excited inside. But I don't show it. Now, smart. I remember this little boy. Now what happened was she came up to me. I was standing by the bar. She came up to me. I'll never forget this. Jesus, I almost broke my wrist there. I'll never forget this as long as I live. She was wearing like, it was like a Jessica Rabbit. Like it was something like that. Think about with the top, gigantic tits, and she wasn't that fat. It was amazing. And she came up to me. I'm standing right there, and she goes, "How are you doing?" And she like put her tits like not in my face, but like on my chest. It was like she knew, like it was like God. It was like God, you know, gave me the help. I mean, it was really like, can you imagine the power of the universe? Like, it was given to me like at that moment, or like it was like she knew. Like I couldn't. You ever see that movie, that Weird Science? Remember, they built the girl, they built the chick, and then after the smoke cleared, and then she just like standing there on the fucking door frame, like the body is like this, and he goes like that. Remember the guys go, they go, it was like the perfect dream, like it, when it's right there, like it was right there, and they go, and she goes like, so what do you boys want to do first? It was like just it was like God. It was like God giving you, like you go through the whole life, and it's like you're like nothing, but then like at one moment, it's like the power of God. I'm sorry, I'm telling you, it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like hitting the lotto or something, like all at once. It comes in all at once like that. It's unbelievable. Like, I mean, so that woman, like, she put it on me, and I was like, just in my, and the dumbest thing, I didn't realize where I was. I was in Mexico. I was in a third world country. I wasn't in the United States. I'm used to women pumping me for drinks and leaving. This woman, she asked me for buy her a drink, and I said no. And she walked away. She goes, "Oh, like it was the dumbest, boneheaded, but it's okay. I wanted getting her. I wanted getting her later. I got sloppy seconds after a guy got her, and then I said I gotta have this woman. I gotta, I wanted getting her. But my point is this: it was like a miracle on Revolution Street, a miracle on 34th Street. Like it was, you know, how many times I go out every day, as well as a working girl, of course she's doing. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. And then go back to my last couple episodes and listen to me talk about donations, about pain. And I said there's nothing wrong because you get it, like wait, you know what I got last night? I got fucking sore. I was wet. I was cold outside. Okay. Now I got a lot of practice in. I was, a lot of stuff, but let me tell you something. Dancing, it's like you got to get into your mind, right, and ask yourself why. Like you have to understand. I've got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours of going out dancing. Okay. Now I'm very humble. They still say you're great, you're good. Who cares? It doesn't equate to getting any pussy. Okay. And that's not why. It's a percentage. I wish I could break down. I wish I had a percentage calculator to, biorhythm. If you really know what that is, you are OG. If you really know what a biorhythm is, but a statistical graph or something that would show, okay, well, this is percentage of Y out of 100%. This percentage, this percentage is why he's doing this. This is a percentage of why he's doing that, and that's the remainder of why he's hoping. So it's like he's hoping to get laid. He's hoping to practice in his dancing. He's hoping that I don't know. I'm trying to get better, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's all I can ascertain. If you want to break this thing down into a science, like, you'd say, well, okay, so he's working on he's working on his skill. For whatever reason, doesn't matter. I just focused on working on skill, movie dreams, delusional, whatever, staying in shape. That all falls into working on skill. Being able to dance to different songs when they change. Well, that's all working on skill. It's improvisational, so it falls into one thing. It's hoping that use high demonstration value to meet a woman. That's another one. Staying in shape would focus. Well, that also falls into the first category, focusing on skill. So really, it's like I can only think of two. If there's more, please in the comment section and the thing, please put in if you think there's any other reasons. That would fall outside of those two categories. I only can figure out two. So based on the two categories of getting better, staying in shape, doing all that, you know, and then there's the women thing. So I only got two basic categories, and so I would say honestly, if we break this down into percentage, I would say 60-40. 60-40. This majority is definitely because the category, the first category, is comprised of more. It's not just one little thing. So staying in shape, working on skill, improvisational dancing, uh, um, dream of the being in the dance movie, being a star, being all that. It all conglomerates into that first category. That's got to be about 60, 65, maybe 70%, maybe even more. And the remainder is high demonstration value to try to meet a woman, laid, attention, relationship, whatever. So, it's a majority of category one of the first thing. It's a lot. It's 70%. It could be more. It could be, but the woman thing is definitely there. I'm not going to lie to you because I'm a fucking real man, but I do too much of category one and not enough of the category two. That's the majority. That's why I always leave alone by myself. So there it is. Like it could be 80-20. I am very attention to women. I do pay it. So let's say it could be, I don't know, 65%. A third, 2/3. I'm sorry, 2/3, 66%. 66. That sounds about right. 66%. I'm there for me. Like I'm there for me. And then the third is the woman thing. Another the third. But unfortunately, I don't get laid a third of the time. So there's a deficit. There's a major problem. Like because something's not right. Like why are you not getting if you're putting in that much effort? Nevertheless, why the hell am I leaving by myself so many times? Why the hell am I not getting anything? So I'll figure that out. We gotta figure it out. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little break for a second. I'm gonna lay down, rest. I might go out tonight to sing to the shortstop again. So I hope you appreciated this one, Warrior Junior.